I remember during church service back in the days when I used to go to church every Sunday, there would be a segment during a 2.5 hour service, right about maybe the hour mark or so, or hour and 15-minute mark, 90-minute mark. I'm not even sure, but it would usually come just before the sermon. It was known as the children's message. Now, of course, if you're Baptist Christian, you would be familiar. And there was this song that used to be played during the children's message, or as a signal that was the time. Yes, Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so. You know, that theme would play on the piano. And so all the children would rise from the pews, all of the kids in the entire congregation would then walk down to the front of the pews, and the deacon would step down, or was it the pastor? I'm not even sure which. I think it was one of the deacons. Anyway, they would give the children's message for the day. And at age 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I never felt good. I never felt good about it. There was something that was very eerie about that, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it, because when you're a kid, you're so in tune with your intuition because you haven't been jaded by the world that you pick up on things very easily. That's why I always tell people, watch what you do around your children, because people tend to forget how connected and sensitive kids are. So anyway, I felt that. But of course, I'm not going to go against my family. I was born into the faith that I was born into. You just so happen to be born into a Christian family, so you just do as you're told, right? And even though your intuition, your gut is telling you, hey, this isn't all that right. There's something off about all of this going on before you. You don't question it. Okay. And then you later dismiss it as you get older, because you've become so programmed to, follow suit. And then obviously as you get older, you're no longer going up to the front of the pews for the children's message. Okay. But that would be one example of going against your intuition, going against your gut, going against that thing, that little pinch. And then there's the Santa Claus situation. Right? Now, some kids are completely lost in their imagination during the Santa Claus years, and they totally buy in. They totally buy into the idea of a man coming through the chimney and giving gifts on this day called Christmas. And, they just buy into this fantasy that was created, and no slight against parents. They just follow the thing that they knew when they were a kid, and it's like a generational thing passed down for many years. Some kids believe it. When I was a kid, I didn't necessarily buy in all that much. I felt something was off about this idea of a person, because we are inside of an apartment, for one. There's no chimney. So where is this big man in a red outfit going to come from? It just really threw me off. My gut, my intuition was telling me something is off with this presentation. And then you find out later it was all not true. It's my mother and grandmother and aunt who are buying these gifts that have been placed under this green thing called a tree with ornaments. And, so you find out the truth, and then you're like, oh, so my gut was correct. The way that I've been feeling for the past 4 years, 5 years, it's true. Okay. So what does that mean? Am I supposed to go against my intuition going forward in order to make others happy, in order to play the game, in order to buy into fantasy, in order to just follow the crowd? Look at what that does. We go against our intuition, don't we? As adults, you get this small little pinch that says, this isn't right. No, 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 don't go that way. Go to the right. Don't talk to that person over there. Don't get close to this. Don't do that. And then, of course, there's the opposite. Hey, you should go this way. Oh, yeah, this is a great opportunity. Take advantage of it. Listen to this person who's speaking to you right now. Yes, do that. Yes, go this way. This is a great thing. Try this. Yeah, go here. Oh, yeah, pick that up. Give that to this person. So whether it's something that protects you from harm or something that puts you in a good position, your gut is constantly speaking to you and you ignore it. You're constantly getting these pinches, these feelings that are guiding you all throughout your life, and you've had it ever since you were a kid. But we are being programmed not to use it. So as a 35-year-old, as a 40-year-old, you ignore it. You ignore your gut, and you wonder why. You've been programmed to ignore your gut ever since you were a kid. Imagine if people were not programmed to do that. How many better decisions would be made? Because the gut is a force, a protective force, a force that will guide you through decisions, places, people. It literally guides you throughout your entire life. And you have it. You're born with it. That is your birthright. It is your gift. You have many gifts, but that one right there, oh yeah, that's a big one. Because it protects you from harm. It puts you in a position to get opportunities. It allows for you to learn. It does all kinds of things for you. And yet you are programmed not to listen to it, not to trust it. And now we're in a situation right now currently where more than ever you need to listen to your intuition. Right now, more than ever before, we are in a situation where you need to rely on it. And so many people do not know how. They don't know how. I mention in a lot of these episodes that God is in you, right? I mention that all the time. God is in you. That feeling that you get, that pinch that's guiding you along the way, and that little pinch that you feel at certain moments of your life, you know what that is? Yeah. There's many other stories and examples. I'm sure you have them. Examples of when you were a kid and you felt a certain way about something, but you were told to go the other way. You were told to ignore it. And then you end up finding out that that feeling that you had was correct. It's probably happened to you more than you realize. If you were to write down how many times your gut has fired off and you've ignored it, and then you end up finding out that your gut was right. How many times has that happened? Probably more than you think. So what does that mean going forward? Listen to it. Listen to it. It's never wrong. You were born with this gift. It is never wrong. It is never wrong. It is undefeated. And the biggest challenge for you is listening to it and then doing something about it.